to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're missing our clerk for a few minutes, but she'll be here. But in the meantime, we'll get the ball rolling. Madam Clerk, please. Well, Heather, could you please call the roll?
Trustee Gray?
Present.
Trustee Caprio?
Present.
Trustee Rogers?
Present.
Trustee Swees?
Present.
Trustee Knightsky-Troicke?
Present.
Trustee Berrien?
Present.
Mayor Yukich?
Present. Are there any amendments to the agenda? Is there a motion to approve the minutes of August 9th, 2017 Village Board meeting?
So moved.
Trustee Gray. Trustee Swees. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to approve the accounts payable for the period of July 28th, 2017 through August 24th, 2017?
So moved. Second.
Trustee Caprio, second. Trustee Berrien. Discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gray?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Swees?
Aye.
Trustee Berrien?
Aye.
Trustee Knightsky-Troicke?
Aye.
Thank you. We will have reports and communication from mayor and other officers. I'll start out. Phase 1 construction in the Heritage Park began on August 22nd. The park will be closed June 30th, 2018 through June 30th, 2018. Park amenities to be completed in Phase 1 include a site roadway, a 1.5-mile walking and biking trail, village green, parking, stormwater management, sanitary sewer, water main, smart lighting, landscaping, including the planting of approximately 136 new trees. To view the full concept plan for the 103-acre park, please visit the village website at www.homerglenil.org. Village Hall will be closed in observance of Labor Day on Monday, September 4th. We hope that you and your family have a happy and safe Labor Day. Normal business hours will resume on Tuesday, September 5th. That's it for me today. Trustee Gray, would you like to start?
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to mention that on Monday I was able to attend the Lincoln Way Special Recreation Association's free party in the park in Sender Park over in Woodbine Estates. LWSRA's mission is to provide recreation and leisure services for individuals with physical or intellectual disabilities while promoting greater disability awareness in the community. Their event featured DJ in the park, a limbo contest, a jump house, dance contest for the kids, lots of activities and fun for the kids. And I just wanted to say a quick thank you to Homer Township and Lincoln Way SRA for conducting the event, as well as the leaders and crews of the Homer Township Road District, the Homer Glen EMA, the Homer Township Fire District, the Northwest Homer Fire District, and Will County Sheriff. They all brought trucks and emergency vehicles for all the kids to climb on. And a special shout out to Director Selmowitz and EMA Coordinator John Robinson, because they both brought their personal military vehicles, and the kids really got a kick out of those. So our community was well represented. Everybody had a good time. So I would encourage people to go to lwsra.org, which is their website, and support that organization. And also a reminder that school is back in session. I saw a lot of school buses on the street and kids, so be careful. That's all.
Thank you, Trustee Gray. Trustee Knightsky-Troicke.
I have nothing.
Thank you. Trustee Berrien.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Trustee Rogers.
Just an update on 167th Street, the closing there at Wilcook Road. The excavation has been completed. Curbs and gutter were finished today, and the asphalt will be repaired tomorrow, so they anticipate opening that road up either late tomorrow night or early Friday.
Very good. I see a lot of people making U-turns, me included. Trustee Swees.
Thank you, Mayor. Reporting for the Homer Harvest Days Committee. Homer Harvest Days will take place at the Trantina Farm on Saturday, September 9th from 11 to 6 and on Sunday from 11 to 5. New this year is Naughty Bits, which is a family-friendly traveling circus and sideshow stage act. They will be performing on Saturday only, 4 shows at 11:30, 1, 2:30, and 4. On Sunday, Anthony Stockton, a very energetic yet professional magician will perform at 12:30, 2, 3, and 4 p.m. New this year will be a food truck and trailer court. Free pony rides are back, along with an interactive petting zoo. There is no charge for admission, parking, or children's arts and crafts. As in the past, we will have living history, demonstrators, and also vendors selling their crafts. Please join us for a fun-filled day. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Suisse. Trustee Caprio.
Thank you, Mayor. On a personal note, I'd like to thank the residents, the village staff, board for all their support during the last month. My mother's passing, so thank you. From the Parade and Festival Committee, we've already scheduled or have on plan to schedule the festival next year for June 21st through the 25th, pending IGA agreements and things of that nature. I would like to report that we did self-fund the fest this year again. The final numbers, I think we were 172 and change thousand in income, and expenses were about $12,000 less than that. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but we did well. We continue to do well, and we will continue to do the festival. And we plan on having it next year at the same grounds we did this past year until we can get the village hall or village property ready for it for the following year. So more info to come. Just thought I'd provide that at least briefly.
Thank you, Trustee Caprio. Do we have a treasurer's report?
Thank you, Mayor. I have the Treasurer's Report of Cash and Investments at July 31st, 2017. It's the 25% mark of into the new fiscal year. It shows the general fund with cash and investments of $4,911,755.49. The special event fund had a balance of $132,653.77. The environment fund had a cash and investment balance of $78,948.12. The motor fuel tax fund had a balance of $3,735,910.97. The park and recreation fund had a cash and investment balance of $3,451,613.71. The debt service fund had a balance of $2,349,419.95. The capital project fund had a cash and investment balance of $996,608.99. The EAB tree replacement fund had a balance of $386,706.73. The last fund, the capital project bond fund, had a balance of $14,900,062.79 for a grand total, all funds, $30,943,680.52. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, John. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Sawyer? Thank you again. Village Clerk?
Sorry for being late.
It's all right. Things happen. Do you have any report or anything to say? No? Village Attorney?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Public safety officials? Okay. Village Manager?
Wait.
Jim has.
Oh, he does. I thought he said no report.
Just a quick one. Thank you, Mayor. Trustee Gray already touched on it. School's back in session. Lockport High School, District 92 and District 33C are all back. So a couple extra minutes, especially in the morning and the afternoon when the buses are picking up and dropping off. And then also a reminder, don't leave your purse, your wallet, any valuables, or your car keys in your car. And especially, don't leave your car unlocked. Simple things to keep burglars out of your vehicles. And that's my report. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Lieutenant. All right, all set there. Public comment will be next. If you could please keep your remarks to 3 minutes, we would appreciate it. Thanks, Joe. Dave Freedy will be first. Dave, could you please read your address out?
Good evening. I'm Dave Freedy. I live at 12749 Oak Valley Trail, Homer, Glen. First subject on the meeting tonight for me is I want to thank On behalf of Oak Valley Homeowners Association and the residents of Oak Valley, Trustee Beth Rogers, Mike Salamovich, and anyone else at the village that was instrumental in helping us get this light put up at the north entrance to our subdivision. Wow, what a world of difference. It's really nice there now, and I'm convinced it's going to pay dividends in terms of safety. We may never see those dividends, but it's bright there now. So thank you very much, folks. Now I have to put my Lockport Food Pantry hat on. I've worked at the Lockport Food Pantry since I retired in 2010, and I got to talk to you about a program that Meijer, our fine supermarket here in Homer Glen, puts on called Simply Give. They do this about 3 times a year, and during the dates of Sunday, August 20th through Saturday, September 16th, the Simply Give program is on. These little cards, they're about 3 by 5, are at the register locations for the Meijer store. And if you go in there as a member of the public and buy one of these $10 cards, Meijer will match that at $10. So it's double your money to the Lockport Food Pantry. On September 1st and 2nd, those are double match days. And so Meijer will give $20 for every $10 card you buy. So that's $30 to the Lockport Food Pantry. And the only cap on that is $25,000 per pantry. So we then take that money and we go buy food at Meijer. We pay retail, but it's still it's free money. The food pantry, when I first started down there, was serving a little over 100 families a month. We're now serving over 300 families. So the need is certainly there. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for your help.
What are the dates again, so this way make sure the newspaper gets it?
The dates are Sunday, August 20th through Saturday, September 16th for the regular match, and then September 1st and 2nd for the double match.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Dante Trabalski.
How you doing? My name is Dante Trabalski. I live at 14943 Suffolk Court in Homer Glen. 2 concerns in our subdivision. I live in Kingston Hills Townhomes. There's one home particular that there's an issue with junk collecting and hoarder in the garage, to where a lot of the homeowners in that building have concerns. I've tried talking to the code inspector. There's really nothing that we can do to stop them from that. Also, I called the fire department and they said that there's really nothing that we can do. The homeowners have a lot of concerns about that. There is a lot of fire issues in there. And then the second one is on the corner of Yorkshire and Yorkshire and Suffolk Court, there's only 2 yield signs at the corner, and they're both on the east corners, the south and north. And then the west, or the east side, there's nothing. The traffic over there is really bad, and the residents coming from the east come flying down that street. Right there at that intersection is a school bus area to where the kids get picked up. I've been hit almost probably about 5 to 7 times, and it's getting real bad. If we can do something about that, or do another study to see what we can do to actually put up stop signs at all 4 corners, because there's, like I said, there's only 2 yield signs at that intersection, nothing else.
Okay, 2 things. Do you have a homeowners association?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Yes, we do.
You have more power there than what we have here.
As far as with what?
You got to go to your management firm, if you have a management firm. If you're self-managed, it's different. It's what I
Okay.
do for a living. So go to your management firm and request a violation be issued by them.
Okay,
The problem is it's a private garage.
correct.
You're limited, it's a civil issue.
So then which kinds of comes, in my eyes, to the village also?
The village can't do anything with a garage in the townhome association, not that I'm aware of.
I'm confused. Is the issue that he has so much stuff in his garage?
You can't close it?
You name it, he has it.
In the garage?
I got pictures.
If you report that to your property management firm, what they should do is issue a courtesy letter that this has been noticed. If they
Okay.
issue that courtesy letter, they may comply, they may not comply, and with that, they can go to violation. There's a lot of things your management firm can do,
Okay,
depending who they are.
yeah.
And if they have the question, they can give us a call here, and if we can guide them, we'll guide them, but we really don't have any control over it. Does the garage door close, or does it stay open all the time?
Open and shut.
But he can shut it, or she can?
Oh, he can,
Yeah,
yeah.
well,
That's
I
He'll be
do-
out there at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning destroying whatever junk he has in his garage, whether it's a refrigerator, a boiler, hot water heater,
Well-
air conditioner.
Per the rules and regulations of your association, though, if you look at those, there may be a violation within that he's violating, and if so, then you can report that particular violation to the management firm, and they can help you from there.
Yeah, because
Okay.
because it is a townhome, I would think that there would have to be some kind of a safety built into there, because it does kind of border on.
Well,
safety
yeah, it does,
issues.
but it also comes to, the association really can't do anything because it's inside the house. It's in the garage, which is that unit owner's private property. So which then, to the association, yes, we do have some stipulations in there, but the village will hold over probably a lot stronger than what a property management company
No,
will.
what your property management firm, and I'm just suggesting this, don't take it verbatim, but your property management firm will consult with the attorney of the association, and they will figure out a way to address the issue.
And if he's doing something 3 o'clock in the morning, he's got to be making a ton of noise.
Oh, yeah, and we've told the
Right, there's a
homeowners
noise
to
ordinance.
call the police.
Call the police,
Yeah,
because there is restrictions on that we can do.
yeah, that
Right.
I know.
Second of all, with the yield signs, the best thing to do is come to the next safety committee meeting,
Okay,
bring it up before the board, explain them what it is. They'll look into it, they'll do studies on it, and see if they can do something with the stop signs for you.
okay,
But I will say our next, and I should have mentioned this, our next public safety meeting is being held in Joliet at a Westcom station, because we're kind of doing a tour of the station and how Westcom meets the needs of the village and things like that. So I don't think probably next meeting is the best for you, but the meeting after that. But between those two times, we'll look at it. I've never heard of this issue before, so this is the first time we've heard of it. Have you guys done any kind of study out here before?
Yes, 4 years ago, we did a study, we had the yield sign installed.
Okay.
but it was 2 yield signs,
All
and it's
right.
4 corners, and school buses stop at that intersection.
Okay, we can definitely look at it again. We look at things, a couple times. And
I don't have kids, but that's a big safety issue. And like I said, probably this year alone, I've probably been hit almost 5 to 7 times.
Well, I'll take a ride out there this week and look at it, and then get the prior reports from them and circle back with you. I have your information here, so I'll, did you put your phone number or your email down? Can we get your
Dante,
phone
you want
number
to come
or
up and
email?
just put your phone number
Sure.
down? Or email?
Whichever you're more comfortable with. And then I'll circle back with you, shortly.
Yeah, we'll help you any way we can. You're welcome, sir. Have a good day. We're into legislation and action items right now. So first is our motion to approve ordinance number 17-051, an ordinance amending Exhibit A, school facilities impact fee calculations of 114-1 of the code.
I so move.
Be trustee Suisse,
Second.
trustee Burien. Discussion?
I just have a question. Is this something that, I saw Director Patch's contact, is this something that that's going to be looked at, the schools are going to look at every couple of years? Because it's been since like 2012 or 13 since they've adjusted this.
Right, it should be something that's done on an annual basis.
Annual? Okay.
And what it was is we made changes The housing went down a lot. The rates for the school impact fees were very high. They were paying it on old pricing on the houses, so now it's built in to accommodate what the houses are really selling for. So this way you're being fair when you're trying to build a house. But any other questions or?
No, just for the record, I'd say that this issue came before the Community Economic Development Committee. It was received very well, and I would say kudos to Janie and Mike for bringing this to the forefront and making sure it's updated and reflective of the true market values. So,
Thanks.
All Janie.
Anything else? Okay. Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Trustee Gray?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Suisse?
Aye.
Trustee Varian?
aye.
Trustee Knightsky-Treuke?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, is there a motion to approve ordinance number 17-052, an ordinance amending subsection B of 138-3 of the code from $160,000 to $80,000 for use in determining the amount of cash contribution in lieu of land for dedication of park and recreation sites?
So move.
Trustee Caprio?
Second.
Trustee Gray? Is there any discussion?
Maybe you could just explain a little bit so that the public understands what we're doing. It's very similar to the first.
Yeah, it is. Mike, you and Jenny are the ones that handle that. It'd be best for you to do it.
Sure. It's very similar to the previous one. The park donations based off a formula. The fair market value for a improved lot goes into a calculation. The last number that we had was 160,000. The fair market value came in at 80,000. So this is an adjusted ordinance reflecting the true fair market value. So we'll be doing this along with the school impact fee and the fire impact fee on a yearly basis. It might not change every year, but we should be reviewing them every year. So this just properly sizes that.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks, Jenny. Any other questions or?
Well, I just have because when it says cash contribution in lieu of land, we are still doing either or depending on what we need.
Correct.
Okay. And that'll be on an annual, okay.
Okay, Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Suisse?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Varian?
Aye.
Trustee Knightsky-Treuke?
Aye.
Trustee Gray?
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 3, is there a motion to approve ordinance number 17-053, an ordinance amending 119-17 of Chapter 119, Fire Prevention of the Code for determining the amount of cash contribution in lieu of land dedication for fire prevention district sites?
I so move.
Trustee Caprio?
I'll second.
Trustee Suisse? Discussion?
I think maybe you can explain again what we're doing here is a little bit different than what we were doing with the other, where the other, the fair market value was showing that we were overpaying for impact fees, whereas what we did is looked at this one and said, you know, these fees haven't been touched since almost 10 years, 2009, and
We're adjusting them to where they should be.
right, bringing them to something that's more realistic.
Fire department or?
We also have a room full of fire department over there. Wonder if they wanted to mention anything about it?
Well,
It is good for their, for bringing in more funds for their equipment needs as well as their
Without
their
a doubt.
operations.
And the residents' needs know it.
Yeah, just basic expenses have gone up. I mean, we can't pay a gallon of milk that was in 2009, I think, whatever it is today, just basic. And it's a very, very fair fee.
We good?
Yeah.
Did you want to say anything? I didn't think so.
It's needed, they need it to operate.
Yes, without a doubt. Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gray?
Aye.
Trustee Knightsky-Treuke?
I'll abstain.
Trustee Varian?
Aye.
Trustee Suisse?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 4, is there a motion to approve an intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Homer Glen in Homer Township regarding the administration and sharing of expenses for Homer Harvest Days 2017.
I so move.
Trustee Suisse.
A second.
Trustee Camperio. Discussion.
Well, I know there's, some questions out there regarding the two-thirds, the sharing of two-thirds versus one-third. So if you can maybe, Sharon, just explain it to them. I know you've explained it to me, but kind of why there is that break.
No, I can explain it. What they did on the sharing of it, they had an intergovernmental agreement written up when Mayor Daley was still in office. We haven't changed it since the time it began. But we pay two-thirds, they pay one-third because we're using their property. There's cost for upkeep of the property. There's insurance. There's parking lots that they have to fix. They have the electric, they have the water, and all the associated expenses to provide the property for the use. We don't pay any of that because it's not our property. We use it. So we give them a break on the back end. If there's a profit, we get two-thirds of the profit at the end of it rather than only getting one-third of the profit where they would. All the township's trying to do is make sure that they're not paying for things that they shouldn't pay for because we aren't giving any money to it. If there's any questions that anyone has on it, they can give me a call on it, and I'll give them all the information that they want on it. But this is the fairest way that they felt they could do it with a township for it. We are using their property, their electric, their water, their parking lot, so, I mean, it's maintenance. Same thing for cleaning up after the event is done. Someone's got to get paid to do it. We don't pay it, the township handles that, so we feel that it's our duty to help them out. We're also the ones that are supporting the fest.
And they also do a lot of prep work because I'm out there the week before too. So there's prep work involved. There are gas that they use and things like that.
Right.
And they do all the administrative work on it and doing all the insurance coverage.
Yes, that I had mentioned, but you're right. They do get the prep done. They're getting the grass cut. They're maintaining everything. Again, like I said, it's their property that we're using. We feel that we're being fair with them.
No different than any IGA we've done before.
Right.
No, it's been the same
It's
since.
always two-thirds, one-third? That's
Yes.
what,
Well, or similar.
right.
Yep.
And then I know that we're agreeing to 10,000, but 10,000 is the max, and last year was 7,000, right?
Last year,
It was always, we were under budget last year. It was always that amount.
we
It was not 7,000.
no.
But
Our
our
budget is
actual
$10,000, but our actual cost and everything was
Right,
said
it
and
was
done
under.
was $7,356.36. So 9 times out of 10, they do come under. There's sometimes that does cost a little bit more. Sometimes the tents are a little bit more. The insurance goes up, so it depends on donations that come in. So it usually balances out. Any other comments? Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Trustee Gray?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Suisse?
Aye.
Trustee Varian?
Aye.
Trustee Knightsky-Trichy?
I'll abstain.
Motion carries. Is there a motion to approve a construction agreement with Illinois American Water for the water main installation on 159th Street between Cedar Road and Gauger Road?
So moved.
Trustee Burrian,
I'll second.
Trustee Suisse. Discussion.
This is the item that I had asked about at the last meeting,
Correct.
and I have been subsequently told that that is kind of a deal breaker, what I had requested. It's a non-starter deal breaker.
Right.
So I just wanted to...
Well, just for the public's knowledge, we are in the process of putting up, well, I shouldn't say we're in a process. We're coming close to the process of putting it in because we have to wait till 159th Street switches over from the south side to the north side. The village is going to pay for a water main and a sewer line going from Cedar over to Gauger. So this way we can make the property down 159th Street on the north side of the street usable. It's perfect property for commercial. It's the entrance to the village. It allows people to get water and sewer. We made a deal with Illinois American Water that we're putting it in. We collect all the impact fees until we get our money back. Once the money's back, they take over the pipe. This way, they maintain it. Same thing with the sewer. No, the sewer's going to be through Lockport,
Yes, this is just for the water line.
just for the water main. Any other questions or discussion? No. Keith, did you have anything else, or?
No.
Okay. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gregg?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Knizaki-Tromeke?
Aye.
Trustee Suisse?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Barrion?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, is there a motion to approve an IGA with the County of Will, City of Lockport, Village of Homer Glen, and Homer Township for cost sharing for the Phase 1 engineering study for the north-south connector for the Caton Farm Road, Bruce Road project east of the Des Plaines River? It is understood that the village's portion of the cost for Phase 1 study is $32,139 to be paid over 2 fiscal years.
Aye.
Trustee Suisse and Trustee Caprio, discussion?
Maybe just a brief
Yeah, I mean, this project this has gone on since before I was here, you know, as part of the, I mean, so maybe we could just explain to people what this whole,
All right. What they're trying to do is they're trying to put a bridge across I-80 to make it easier for Lockport rather than just having a 159th Street bridge. In order to do that, they have to,
355.
355. Okay. 355, you're right. What it does is it gives the opportunity to not have so much crowding on the 159th Street Bridge. They want to bring a road through for trucks to,
What they want to do, the middle route, Will County thinks the middle route is going to work.
Right, and
The
the middle-
middle route cuts through prime real estate. So what this study is supposed to be about is that the study wants to use existing roads in their right-of-way to widen and use that as a connector.
as opposed to
Right,
taking.
where you see this yellow, right,
Correct.
where you see the yellow line.
is that map up there for them? Okay. What they're trying to do right,
Oh, I'm sorry.
well, what they're trying to do right now is they're trying to bring it down from, not Bruce Road, what's the road that comes off?
Kate.
All right, Caton Farm, and it'll come between, it'll end up. Across the river. Yeah, across the river, then what it does is kind of weaves a little bit, but it goes through a bunch of property where there's always houses. Then they're going through some prime farm property, they'd be cutting it in half, so you're making the farm pretty much worthless. But then they're bringing it all the way up to 159th Street, and the road will end up coming behind Young School, which scares us because you've got basically a fast-moving road behind Young School, and you have Cedar Road right in front of it. So they're trying to see if they can, the money is basically paying for them to do another engineering to see if they can move it to where it's not going to be in conflict with coming down the middle of basically Homer Glen or Lockport, because they could move it down to Gauger.
It's a feasibility study, basically.
Yeah, that's all it is, just to see if it's something that's moved. It probably will not be built in some of our lifetimes, but we still want to make sure that we're not leaving somebody with a bad situation.
So essentially, the county said, we have our plan. If you want to look at alternatives, pay for the study,
Right.
right?
So we're helping with Lockport and Homer Township because it still affects us too.
Yep.
But this is basically a Lockport situation, but we got to stand by our neighbors and make sure we're doing the right thing.
Mike, can you maybe just talk through real quick some of those negotiations with Lockport and
Sure,
what
so,
we're able to come to on behalf of residents of Homer Glen?
yeah, so the way this agreement is set up is that Homer Township, the village of Homer Glen and Lockport would cover 1/3 of the initial Phase 1 to determine if an alternate route, either Gauger or Cedar most likely, would be used. And that'll take, if the board approves this, it's already been approved by Homer Township and Lockport. If the board approves this, it'll take about 12 to 18 months to go through a Phase 1 assessment. If a alternate route is chosen, a Phase 2 assessment would be required. In this IGA, that Phase 2 requirement would be fully funded by the city of Lockport. The village of Homer Glen would be out of that portion. As the mayor alluded, it would help our planning for Cedar Road if we know if that's going to be an SRA route. It'll also help with our planning of 159th Street. The way it's currently set up, if it goes through, 159th Street will not completely go through. It'll actually curve and go to kind of a Y-type intersection, which is not the best planning for us for 159th Street. And this new route, the middle route as it's lined up, is not proposed to be a county road. It would be either a township road or a municipal road. If it stays with Cedar or Gauger, it would still be a county road. So it puts the right emphasis on where the road infrastructure needs to be. So I think it's a good investment for the long-term assessment of the future of the area. And then any future designs will be covered by Lockport.
Yeah, because basically what they can do, they can go right down Gauger Road right now. It's already existing, so it would save money, but I don't know if our state knows how to do that. Any other questions?
No, I would just say that if there's a phase 1 and phase 2, we're talking potentially over $400,000 here.
But phase 2 would be covered by Lockport.
Right.
So out of that potential 400,000, 32,000 is our skin in this game.
Correct.
Correct. Yeah.
And the same for Homer Township. The rest is all on Lockport.
Yep. And I would just say quickly, kudos to A&F committee for, I know this came up in, I think, June, and kicking it back to get it to where it is today, so.
Yeah, we were unfamiliar with it, so we just.
Yeah, well, I think that's the committee process working its way through.
Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gray? Aye. Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Nancy-Corchi?
Aye.
I don't know what I just said. Trustee Barrian?
Aye.
Trustee Suisse?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Motion carries. Number 7, is there a motion to approve ordinance number 17-054, an ordinance authorizing the execution of a recreational lease by and between Commonwealth Edison and the Village of Homer Glen for the construction and maintenance of the Goodings Grove extension of the village's Heroes Trail?
So moved.
Trustee Barrian?
Second.
Trustee Caprio? Discussion?
Who's the contact? Oh, Director Salamovich. I just had a couple of questions. Is this a standard contract? Because like number 7, I'm not sure if this is a normal comment or it says a surrender of property, where it says tenant, if asked, tenant will peacefully quit and surrender premises and will remove all fixtures, improvements, and structures. I mean, is this a norm that they put all this in there like that?
This is their standard contract. We did have our attorneys review it and make any comments, and we did have some changes. Initially, the lease was for a 10-year term. We were able to negotiate with them to get it to a 20-year lease term. So, but again, it has been reviewed by our attorneys.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Nancy-Corchi?
Aye.
Trustee Barrian?
Aye.
Trustee Suisse?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Gray?
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 8, is there a motion to assign a Class C liquor license, temporary license, to Assumption Greek Orthodox Church located at 15625 South Bell Road, Homer Glen, for the Fall Festival occurring on September 30th and October 1st, 2017?
So move. I'll
Trustee
second.
Caprio, Trustee Knightsky, discussion?
For your church, whether it's a casual theme space or a high liturgy.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Experts in church architecture.
Trustee Gray?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Rogers?
Aye.
Trustee Suisse?
Aye.
Trustee Barrian?
Aye.
Trustee Nancy-Corchi?
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there any old business? Is there any new business? The next item is executive session. Is there a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing litigation?
So moved.
Trustee Burrian, Trustee Caprio,
Great.
oh, I'm sorry, Trustee Gray and Trustee Caprio. So all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, we're going to go into executive session. We're not going to have anything. It's just going to be discussion back there, so there really is going to be nothing that we're going to vote on back there.